Can you outlast a 5-year-old? So, many years ago, and they've repeated it since, they conducted a study which they called the marshmallow test. And the principle is pretty straightforward. They take 5-year-olds and they go, here is a marshmallow. And they place the marshmallow in front of the child. And then what they do is they say, I'm going to leave the room now. And if I come back and you haven't eaten the marshmallow, you can have 2 marshmallows. So the concept is delayed gratification. Testing this ability that if you can delay the pleasure center, you get to double your rewards. And so they're obviously filming the kids and they watch them, and the kids employ many different methods and tactics to avoid giving in and eating the marshmallow. And there was an array of results, from kids instantly eating the marshmallow as soon as the researcher left the room, to delaying it for a little bit and then giving in, or kids successfully delaying it. And they hypothesized that the kids who could display delayed gratification would have greater success. So they followed up the kids 20 odd years later. And I think they kept following them up from memory. And what they found is the kids who could delay gratification were more successful. They went on to be successful in life, from being lawyers and doctors and CEOs and entrepreneurs and athletes, and succeeded very well in life. And the ones who gave in, and gave in faster, were less successful. So the faster they gave in, the less successful they were, and the worse outcomes they had in terms of success in life, all the way down to being drug addicts and things of this nature. And thus, the concept of the marshmallow test was born, teaching delayed gratification. That delayed gratification is one of those skills up there, well, with grit, because grit includes delayed gratification, that is an indicator of success. And I was thinking about this today because it was my daughter's birthday recently, and I watched my son try and, at 2, within his own little world, delay gratification from, it was his sister's birthday, and he wanted the presents, and he wanted the balloons, and he wanted all this kind of stuff. But it wasn't his day, and we kept reminding him of this. And we discovered the next day that part of how he'd managed to not get upset that it wasn't his day was that he thought the next day would be his birthday and he would get all these things. And it was okay yesterday because he knew his time was coming. Obviously, that's within a 2-year-old's mind of delayed gratification. But it's a powerful skill, and it is one that I am trying to impart onto my kids, because my skills in delayed gratification aren't the greatest, and has been one of those things that has plagued me. I want things now, and I want the results now. I want to be rewarded now. And in some areas, that's great because it pushes me forward and it drives me forward and allows me to do things at a higher capacity than others, because I will just go all in and give whatever effort and do whatever it takes to get my reward now. But on other ends, it means I give in really quickly. It means that I don't delay. I don't put off. I don't do the things that I should because I want the reward now. And that was part of chasing greatness. It was part of building this skill, was that I knew that I had to develop this skill. I knew that I had to build this capacity of delayed gratification. We talk about it all the time. And in some areas, I absolutely have nailed it. My health, my fitness, my nutrition, these kind of things. I have nailed it to the T. The other areas, they need work. They need development. They need to be improved greatly. But this is one of those skills that, we all need to develop. We all need to work on this ability to delay gratification. As I said, at 5, they can nearly predict how successful you will be based on your ability at 5 years old to delay gratification. And it's not something that is innately built. It is not something that we are just born with. It is something that is developed over time. And you can develop it at any point. It is a skill like other things. Same as discipline, same as grit, same as fortitude, same as mental toughness. It is a skill that can be developed and built like a muscle, but also can be diminished from lack of use. And if you can develop delayed gratification, it is a huge indicator of how successful you'll be in the next 90 days, 12 months, 5 years, whatever it'll be. It is a massive indicator in all areas, not just health, not just fitness, not just looks, not just business, but not just relationships, everything. It impacts everything. Your ability to delay what you want now for what you want in the future. Your ability to sacrifice now for what you will gain down the road. These are things that will predict and determine your level of success. If you're constantly giving in to the things you want now at the cost of doing the things that will set you up for the future, it's a no-brainer. What are the chances that you're actually going to succeed? What are the chances that you're actually going to be able to get through? Next to none. Bar a windfall falling in your lap, you are not going to achieve the things that you want. So you have to learn how to delay the gratification. You have to learn how to find satisfaction and gratification in doing the work, in doing the thing now rather than taking the cheap dopamine hit. You must learn to delay that satisfaction, and it will serve you greatly. As I said, if a 5-year-old can do it, why can't you? And that's where we've got to start. We've got to start with learning that skill. So the question is, how do we do that? How do we build delayed gratification? There are many different answers to this question. As always, unsurprisingly, I'm going to come back to health and fitness. And you can learn, I think health and fitness is one of the greatest ways to learn delayed gratification, because your goal is weight loss, 6-pack abs, be strong, be fit, be whatever this end looks like. You can't instantly have it. You cannot instantly achieve it. And you have to sacrifice the things along the way to get there. You can't be drinking regularly. You cannot be eating junk food regularly. You cannot be doing these things if you want to achieve this goal. It's just not how it works. And even if you did manage to do it, and there are things out there, and I know that people do it and they suggest, and I don't like it. I think it is a crappy way to do it, and most people fuck it up. You can do things like if it fits your macros and stuff like that. Most people, I find, A, do not have the discipline to actually just dabble a little bit, and B, do not have the capacity or the understanding to nail that properly and drastically overestimate it. I think you're better off just cutting those things out completely, because A, you'll get there faster, B, you'll get better results, and C, that also teaches you discipline, fortitude, and grit. Like we talked about the other day, it's not just about getting to the outcome, it's about who you become along the way. And who you become along the way when you cut out all those things is as important, if not more important, than getting the result of being in great fucking shape. I think learning these skills is so much more of a thing than just getting to the results. And I think that's the gap as well. And it's why I recommend what I do. It's why I recommend the process in the way that I have suggested it be structured. That A, you go for a weighted walk every single day with at least 10% of your body weight on your shoulders. B, you do weight training every single day. Don't mind what structure that takes, but weight training of some description. C, you drink 4 liters of water every single day, take a daily photo, and you eat an animal-based diet. You eat meat, you eat eggs, you eat poultry, you eat a little bit of honey, you eat a little bit of fruit. That's it. And who you become by undertaking those skills and doing them every single day is as important a lesson as reaching the goal. Those are the things that will teach you delayed gratification. Those are the things that will teach you to appreciate when you do step outside those things even more. Those are the skills that will allow you to transfer into all the other areas. Because once you have nailed that down, you can then transfer them into other areas. You can become a better version of yourself. You can become a stronger, more disciplined, more focused version. You can then learn to impart delayed gratification in other areas, and you can build it out, but you've already developed the skill there, so it becomes an easier transfer as you build it into all the other areas of your life. And that is a really important component to it all. It's a really important factor, because if you can't delay gratification, you are going to be forever stuck, most likely spiraling down out of control into a life that you do not want to lead, into a life that you don't want to be part of. So you have to build these skills. As I said, it's why at 5 they are genuinely with a certain degree of certainty, that was a poor sentence, that if a 5-year-old can delay their gratification for 5 minutes plus, that they will be successful. That's why they can look at that and go, yeah, this is going to teach this person how to be successful. This child has already started developing skills. That means they're going to be successful. So you as a man need to have those skills as well. But on top of that, if you're a father, you start teaching that to your children. You start teaching them that they can have things later, that they don't need to have them in the moment. I am an impulsive person, and so I have to develop these skills and override who I am. And, well, not who I am, but the deeply ingrained habits into me to do these skills. It's why I had to come to, 126 to greatness, to chasing greatness, why I had to build these out. Because I had to build a system and a foundation to teach myself these skills, to develop these habits, to override subconscious patterning, to override the habits that have been ingrained in me for the last 33 years, to override these things and develop better skills, not just for myself, not just for the success in my life, but to impart those skills onto my children, to teach by doing, not by saying, not by my words, not by what I demand that they do, but by my actions, because they will mirror who I am. They will mirror the things that I do. At 1 to 5, they are learning all these skills by who I am as a person. Therefore, it is hugely, hugely important that I demonstrate these skills, that I show that these things, that Dad has the ability for delayed gratification. That Dad doesn't need to give in to that dopamine chasing instantly. That Dad can wait, and then they can learn to wait too. That if they can wait, they get that reward. If they can wait, they are given that benefit. And that's what it's about as well. It's not just about you. It's not just about the success that you will achieve from doing said things. It's about all the other areas of your life that get improved, and the areas of lives around you as well. You lead by example. I had a conversation just yesterday with the father of one of my daughter's friends, and he was like, I want you to know that you've inspired me, that I need to make better choices, that I need to get back into this and do it properly, that you are just showing up and leading by example. And I was blown away by that, because to be honest, I didn't think we'd had enough of interactions to do that. But you never know who will be inspired by your actions, by you doing that work. You never know how that's going to impact those around you and how far that can reach. So yeah, you do need to learn how to delay gratification. You do need to learn how to put it off for tomorrow, how to make choices for the better, for later, that you stop giving in to those instantaneous things. And that falls under all areas. Health and fitness is a great one with nutrition and the exercise and doing those things and doing those things first, no matter what the feelings are associated with. But it's also about, on the simpler levels, with your phone. Don't pull your phone out every time you have, 5 seconds of downtime. You're standing in a line. Don't pull it out and instantly sedate yourself. Don't pull it out when you sit on the toilet. Don't pull it out in all those moments. Just sit in that moment. Delay the gratification. How long can you put it when it comes to spending money? Do you need that thing right now? Or can you delay it till tomorrow and delay it till tomorrow and delay it till tomorrow? Can you sit and wait for something? And often you'll find that those impulses will fade away because you didn't actually need or want the thing that you were seeking. And that's part of the delayed gratification as well. We need to override these impulses that are there to distract us, to take us away from doing the thing that we know we should do. This is the part where we learn these skills. And that's what I mean when it spreads into every area of your life, because you're impulse acting on this instant gratification. I need a quick dopamine hit, so I'll reach for something sugary. I need an instant dopamine hit. I'll reach for my phone because I've got nothing to do for the next 15 seconds. I'll reach for my phone as I walk from room to room, or I sit on the toilet, or I stand in the line. I'll reach for something quick to make me feel better. We are looking for this instant gratification. Oh, I'm tired, I'm a bit down today, I'm a bit exhausted. Oh, I'm gonna watch some TV, or whatever the fuck it may be. Everybody has their own forms of vices, but you need to learn how to delay that gratification, to push it down the road so that you can achieve greater results, because you don't need it instantly. And then on top of that, when you learn to do that, when you start doing these things and start taking these actions, what you'll also find is that you enjoy those things more, because if you truly wanted them, if you truly needed them, if they would truly make you feel better, if you delay it and delay it and delay it, you enjoy it more. Because you haven't just instantly given into it. You haven't given in straight away, and you find that you will take greater satisfaction from those choices. So the question is, can you develop a skill better than a 5-year-old? Can you learn to wait the 5 minutes, the day, the week, the month, the year? Can you delay that? And the people who can delay their satisfaction and gratification down the track and push it further and further and just do the work, those are the people who achieve mind-boggling success. Success beyond anything that they thought was possible. And that's how you do it. You've got to learn to push the satisfaction down the road and just be in the moment, doing the work and knowing that you will reach that point at some point. So if you're ready to build that skill, if you're ready to take it on and prove that you can be better than a 5-year-old, shoot me a message. Let's get you into chasing greatness. Let's start with a 30-day challenge, see how we can transform your life to build fortitude, to build grit, to build determination, to build discipline. Let's build those skills in just 30 days. And then we can go from there and we can stack them and we can start stacking wins, and you will be unrecognizable very, very shortly. Now, if you're not quite there yet, click the link in my bio, grab my top 10 tools to transform your mental toughness, and join the Daily Greatness Mail. And lastly, if you took value from this, if you enjoyed it, and if you know someone else who could benefit from it, please like, comment, subscribe, and share it. I'm here every single day sharing this wisdom, sharing from the front, sharing my experience as I go through these things. And I'm sharing this journey so that you can avoid the mistakes that I have made. So help me spread this word. But I'll be back again tomorrow. Until then.